Like, I don't really have any, like the only fears I have anymore are, like, being in public and, like, crowds and stuff, which I think are pretty reasonable fears.
Yeah, I think we all have that.
Well, I would argue it's a common fear, but I wouldn't say it's rational.
It's just like a little anxiety and stuff. Well, maybe not like anxiety, but like... No, I do get anxious around people too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of adult fears, I'd say, are painted as irrational. Deep oceans still scare the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still somewhat, if I'm in a pool alone, there's still, like, in the back of the mind, a shark is coming out of nowhere, even though I'm in a pool.
I think I have an irrational one, because it doesn't even...
for a second, I'm sorry.
Because it doesn't even affect me. I have, and I actually learned about this from fucking health class. I have an irrational fear of pregnancy.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, that shit freaks me out.
I feel you on that, Paul.
It is kind of creepy.
It is, because, like, think about it. Women can get pregnant easily just by fucking once, whereas for men...
No, that's not...
It takes at least 6 times to get pregnant for a man.
That's not the part that's scary. It's not the fact that it happens and you have to commit with it. It's the fact that there's something growing inside you.
Yeah, and then you're letting it out.
And, like...
But, like, I mean, I shit sometimes and I get a little freaky because it could be shaped like something. Have you ever looked at the shape of your shit?
The poop is not alive.
Don't say that word!
Bacteria is
Fucking
alive.
hate that word.
The poop? The poop is a bad word?
Stop saying that.
What about feces? Is feces better?
Paul, don't say it a third time.
fine.
He'll summon Beetlepoop.
I saw on the fucking... I know this is somewhat irrelevant, but I saw on the fucking Super Mega channel, they typed in Kim Jong-un is feces into, like, fucking Google Translate, and they retranslated it back to English, and it turned into Kim Jong-un is a great man. And I did not believe it. I was like, no, they fucking edited it. But I did it, and it works. It legit works.
Wait, you need to say this again so our audience can hear this.
If you type in Kim Jong-un is shit, it translates back to Kim Jong-un is poop. It's specifically feces.
So, like,
is a great man. I'm not fucking with you.
Amazing. That is absolute, because that's something that they would have just done.
But why?
That's
But why does poop translate correctly, but feces turns into a great man?
Because they're different words.
I don't know, maybe poop is a more Western term, and feces is not really, and is more of a accepted translation of what Asian countries use.
Right.
I don't know anymore.
I really don't know.
Poop, I'd say, is more of a slang term of what feces is. And man, we are broken this fucking session.
But people say poop far more than feces.
Stop it!
Dude, it's not that bad of a word.
Here comes Beetlepoop. He's been summoned now.
Wait. So, is it okay if it's... I'm going to avoid saying the word.
Beetlepoop.
No, thank you. It's just me being a little bitch, okay?
Is it... If it doesn't have the P at the end, does that make it better?
Wait, Andy did something. Poo.
We've made spaghettis.
I think you have an irrational fear of the word poop.
Okay, so when I was young, I had to overcome this, guys. But, like, I was a pretty sexist asshole as a kid. I mean, like, you know, ever since I was a little boy, I hated when a girl would say poop.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And, like, even
Andy's
in my
angry.
20s, whenever I heard a girl say poop, it just got into my nerves. Even at work, whenever I worked with younger kids, they'd be like, she said she pooped. I would, you know, just get the jibbers, my chibbers. You know what I mean? What?
Another thing, this is more of an older one, but it really affected me for a while. It's not a very good movie, but Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds really affected me for a long time.
I mean, that's pretty fucked up.
Which scene?
I think the entire thing of just all the scenes, really. It's, The sound of the fucking tripods is really affecting because you always hear like truck noises.
Yeah.
Just the full helplessness of people. Yeah, and just like turning people going insane.
Turning people into like red goop.
Yeah, vines. Yeah, just like all that. The complete helplessness was, and that's like that is actually a fear that's perfected me for a while. The idea of something big above you, like whether it's a floating alien ship or something like that, and you having nothing to hide. That's like an irrational fear of mine.
Yeah.
Like
That
recently, the most recently, 10 Cloverfield Lane, the end of that movie where you just see the floating ship coming towards the protagonist. That was like that brought back some memories. That scene.
Okay, now I remember.
True
what
cosmic
really
horror.
freaked me out.
Yes.
Here's what genuinely scared me as a kid. We are Siamese, if you please.
Oh,
I've
Asians.
never
Okay.
seen. Yeah.
I too am afraid of
The
racism.
Siamese cats.
Whoa.
They
Whoa.
scared me.
Oh, their
They
economy is
freaked-
too strong. Ah!
Oh God, they own like a third of us. An eighth, I don't know. But dude, it was fucking scary as a kid. Whenever I would hear that and the way that they would creep, it was so bad, man. I couldn't handle that shit. It was not worth handling at all. Not at all.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at my own comment.
I know. I was gonna make a fart joke, but you know. Oh, here we go. It's the blob. I think it's the blob.
Okay, you know what? I got a good one. Okay, this actually could be two separate questions.
Okay.
I think we all here love horror movies, or at
Yeah.
least appreciate
Yeah.
them. This actually, I'd say two separate things. What is your most uncomfortable horror movie, and what is your favorite horror movie?
I think we've already said our favorite, but most uncomfortable.
Did we say horror?
I don't think.
Yeah, we've
I don't
talked
know
about.
if
We
we
talked
did.
about like. I think we talked about.
I think
some of
you
our favorites.
talked.
We might have talked about it like once. But I don't-
Hmm.
Okay, I'm still asking anyway, because who watches this recording anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
So like the least favorite is what you're saying, or like the most?
No, I'm
uncomfortable?
saying your favorite, like most entertaining, and your most uncomfortable horror movie.
Uncomfortable. Okay.
That's hard.
Yeah,
to think
because
about
like
that.
there are a few that I can't say that I've.
Because I think uncomfortable speaks to more of how could speak to like what you've grown up or past experiences or just the setting. And entertainment could be effects based or a plot based or design based. So I think those are two different things there.
I got a good answer.
Yeah.
It's. I think they're two obvious answers. The most uncomfortable one, I was forced to watch it for film school. The Fly. I hate that.
Which
Wait,
one?
the original or the Cronenberg?
The remake
Okay.
with Jeff Goldblum. It's just the body horror is so fucking intense. They do have a pregnancy scene where she gives birth to a maggot.
Yeah.
Like, and that shit that like plays into shit I already talked about. And yeah, I don't know. It's just too
Okay,
gross.
so you're not into ovipositor fetish. Good to know.
So like I remember you guys like show me a few things when I was a kid, like some pretty fucked up shit. But like the one where you can kill anyone and do whatever the fuck you want and like include peeing on people, kind of scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Oh, Time
mean-
Stoppers. Okay.
Yeah, Time Stoppers.
Max Keeble's
Yeah.
Day Off.
Yeah, Time Stoppers too.
Connor's on a roll here.
Shit.
You mean The Purge?
No. There was like this game that Andy played when we were like,
Oh,
kids.
Postal 2.
Yeah, Postal 2.
Oh.
2. Like, I don't know. It wasn't, nothing too crazy, but like, being young and kind of exposed to that shit and like thinking, oh my god, how can people make this stuff and get away with it? Like, it seems so inhumane. And then I heard some laughter and I thought, wow, you get to go pee-pee on someone.
I mean, it turns out that the developers of that game were genuinely just massive pieces of shit, so...
Oh, yeah.
I think your reaction was appropriate.
Oh, well, thank you.
Andy, do you have an uncomfortable movie?
Probably Under the Skin.
Okay, yeah, that's a fucking good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
like I think because of the slow burn that to get to that moment, but the reveal of what happens to, and I think I have actually said this on one of these shows at some point, but the reveal of what is happening to the guys that she like targets, that one scene just really cinched the whole movie as like really sticking in my craw.
Yeah, you want to tell John what happens? I think that would be a fun reaction.
Weren't you at the Halloween party for that one?
Yeah, which one was it? Under the Skin?
Under the Skin, the one with Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
Yes. I remember something
Scarlett
about Scarlett Johansson. Yes! Oh my
Oh,
god,
the ninth
yes, the one
JoJo's
where...
been confirmed. Thank you.
Yes, I remember now. I remember that part, and that was fucking crazy. Like, the fact that, which scene again?
Should we just say it for the audience's sake?
It's been out for a while.
The whole conceit of the movie is that Scarlett Johansson's an alien, and she like seduces men to and like brings them to this horror void dimension.
Yeah.
And you
Just
don't
so they
really
get
see.
fed off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
and
brings them to the chalk zone. Yeah.
She brings them to the chalk zone.
And there's like a song in the background that really just fucking...
Oh, that
fucks-
music is great.
It was
Rudy's
so
got
good.
the chalk.
Rudy to booty!
But then when you see,
Greenland!
when you see that like they essentially are suspended in this like liquid void zone until they basically just turn into a flap of skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Just because
actually-
they're eating all that meat.
I recently saw a movie that really disturbed me too. I think it was called Deep Rising from 1999.
Oh,
I've
okay.
heard that.
Continue.
That one is it's like there's this pleasure cruise full of like rich people, and out of nowhere they get attacked by some sort of creatures that are these
Well, it
tentacle
begins just like
monsters.
these like snake-like things. You think, oh man, there's
Like,
like
a H.P.
snake
Lovecraft
monsters,
kind
right?
of thing.
Yeah, to both of the things that were just said.
Oh, okay.
You think it's multiple creatures at first, but like the thing that happens to the people that like it's these tentacles that are eating people, but you find out that like they're not really getting eaten. It's more like they get sucked into these tentacles, and then their skin gets melted off, and their like innards get drunk, and then their gooey flesh skeleton just gets like shit out.
Holy shit.
And there's this
And there's like
really
one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Continue. You're about to
Well,
describe it.
there's just this one scene where it's like the big sort of foyer area with like all the restaurants and stuff, and you just see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bodies,
Jesus Christ.
just all these people who are and then it turns out that it's not multiple creatures. All the tentacles are attached to one fucking like Lovecraftian eldritch abomination.
Yeah.
Well, okay. There's another scene there that's really good where they like they have guns, so they shoot open one tentacle, and a guy comes falling out, and his like his head's half digested, and you see his just brain is leaking out of the side of his head as he screams in agony, and he's so far gone he just screams in pain, and that's
I think...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, now to just continue on with this topic. I think my favorite horror movie so
terrible
far...
CGI though. That's the last thing, like really bad 80s CGI.
Oh
That
yeah,
kinda
yeah. Terrible.
So
CGI.
continue.
I mean,
John.
1999, right? That's what it was?
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
What was the name of the movie again?
Deep Rising.
Deep Rising, okay. But I think the movie that I do like right now, I mean, like, I'm sure I've seen other horror films recently, but, like, there was something that just popped out for me. It was one that you and I saw with Tom Smith. Tom, we were at his place, and it was, like, a family got a place in Ireland, in the middle of the woods, and the husband
Oh, Leprechaun
is
3. Okay.
No, damn it. But like in the story, the father, the husband, they're a new, like, young married couple with a child. They they live close to the town. They recently moved there. The husband helps with the lumberjacking industry to like tell them what trees to chop down in like what certain area. And people are like saying you shouldn't be coming over there. You know the place is very haunted, and if you were to mess with any of the creatures over there, they would come back to haunt you. And nature comes back and tries to attack him and tries to take his family. And there's like this one scene where they take the child and replace it with another kid.
Oh,
But the mother-
yeah.
That shit.
They
like,
replace him with a changeling.
Yeah, they changed it with another baby, and like made the mother mistaken, and only the father knew. Mostly because like he got like poked in the eye right away. I think, right?
I don't remember the movie, but like what it's called, but I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, shit. That movie was unbelievable. It was so good. It was well written. I liked the story itself and just like what it does to you at the end. Oh, it's over.
Well, my favorite horror movie, and I am not ashamed to admit this at all, is the Saw series.
What?